too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm a fool while you're breaking rules.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face of Fenty Beauty Products and also reviewing the new concealer and powder which I purchased recently. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Carly and welcome to my YouTube family. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and make sure to turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. I love Fenty Beauty as a brand. They were the first brand to really be inclusive of all skin colours when they brought out their foundation. I believe they had 50 or 60 shades. It was just incredible. So I was really excited to try out the new concealer and powder because I really do love all of the other Fenty Beauty products. And I'm also trying out some of the new highlights and a new liquid lipstick and gloss as well. So I wanted to do a full face of Fenty products today. So here is the new concealer, the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer. I'm so excited to try this out. I love the foundation. Although it is a matte finish, which I don't usually use too many matte foundations because I have dry skin, it's more of a soft matte, so I find it doesn't look too dry on my skin. And I've heard this concealer is meant to be quite hydrating for under the eyes, and it has more of a medium buildable to full coverage, so I'm really excited to try this one. And then I also have the new setting powder. This is in the shade Banana, and I just can't wait to try this. I love trying out new face products, especially concealers and powders are some of my favourites, so I'm really hoping I'm going to love this one. It comes in a really nice heavy duty big case, so that's really good. You get a lot of product for your money. And this is the look I came up with. Just really beautiful bronzed glowing skin is what I was going for today, with a really pretty nude soft pink lip. And I also added eyeliner, which is very rare for me. I don't usually wear eyeliner too much just because I have more hooded eyes, and I just find with some eyeliners it can get too thick too quickly, and then before I know it, it's just transferring all the way up onto my eyes. But I did use the Fenty Beauty Flyliner and I absolutely love that eyeliner, so I was able to do a wing. I think we'll just jump straight into the video. If you'd like to see this makeup look using all Fenty Beauty products, then please keep watching. I've already moisturised my face, so first I'm going to go in with primer. This is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Primer. I really like this primer because it's nice and hydrating, and it just makes my skin feel really nice and soft and smooth before I apply foundation. So I'm just going to apply some of this all over my face and just blend it in with my hands. It's always important for me, having dry skin, to use a more hydrating, nourishing primer before foundation. That way my skin just gets that little bit more moisture and it's not going to look too matte on my skin. Although this foundation from Fenty Beauty is a soft matte finish, it can still tend to look too matte on me if I don't use more of a hydrating primer. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I'm using the shade 300. I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender. This is one of the only matte foundations that I find still looks a little bit hydrating and dewy on my skin. It is a soft matte, so it's not meant to look really, really matte, but it's one of the few matte foundations that I like to wear that doesn't look overly drying on my skin, so I really like this foundation. Fenty Beauty definitely changed the game with foundations. I can't believe how many shades they launched when they first released this foundation. I think it was about 50 or 60, which was just incredible because now it's made other brands pretty much look at Fenty Beauty and go, okay, we definitely have to pick up our game and release a lot more shades, which I think is amazing because all people, no matter your skin tone, should be able to wear makeup. So I'm really happy that Fenty Beauty set the path for that to happen for all beauty brands. And I do like applying this foundation with a damp beauty blender because once again it adds a little bit more moisture to my skin. If I use a brush, any foundation that's a little bit matte will tend to look a little bit more drying on my skin, so I do prefer to use a beauty blender. So that is one layer and that's just covered beautifully. I do have quite a few breakouts at the moment. I don't know what's going on with my skin, but I've had some breakouts, especially around my chin and my cheeks, and that's just covered those beautifully. But it still looks natural. It doesn't look too full coverage or heavy, so I really like that about this foundation. And now for the concealer. I've been so excited to try out this one. It's the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer. I got the shade 210. I'm hoping this colour is going to look really nice. It's just so hard to pick a concealer shade. Sometimes they look really yellow on the website, and then in person when you get them they're a little bit more beige or peach tone, so I'm hoping this one's going to work, but it looks really nice, a little bit more of that lighter yellow tone which I prefer. So I'm just going to apply some of that just directly under my eyes like I usually would with any concealer. And just a little bit on my forehead, just down the center of the nose, sides of the nose where I tend to get a little bit of redness, and just on my chin here as well. This feels like a really soft, smooth, creamy concealer. It feels a little bit more of a cream than a liquid, so I'm assuming that means it's going to have a really good coverage, but I've heard from reviews and pictures of this concealer that it does cover really well. But it does feel really hydrating. It doesn't feel really dry or sticky or tacky at all. That blended out so beautifully on my skin. Oh my god. It looks really nice. It's just given that slightly lighter highlighted brightened look, which I really like with a concealer. Once again, I like to blend in my concealer with a beauty blender just to give it a little bit more moisture and hydration under my eyes, because if I use a brush with some concealers they can tend to crease and look a bit more dry, but this one's looking really nice so far. Okay, so first impression, I really like that concealer. It hasn't settled into any creases or fine lines just yet. We will be setting it with powder, but so far it looks really nice on the skin. It feels really lightweight, but it has covered really well. It's more of a medium to full. It's not too heavy like the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't think it's quite that full coverage, but it's just more of a medium buildable coverage, which I prefer with my concealers. So far I'm really liking. It's blended out really beautifully on the skin as well. And it's given me that extra nice brighter look. So happy with it so far. And now I'm going to try the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I got the shade Banana. And this comes in a really big case. Like, this is huge and it's quite heavy. And it does come with this little top here that you can put on to prevent your powder from falling out, because sometimes when you first open the lid of a powder it just all puffs and so much powder just flies out of the case. So I'm really happy they decided to put in one of these. I thought that was a really good idea. And this is the shade, so it's a banana, a little bit more of a yellow toned setting powder, which I think is going to be really good for setting under my eyes. I'm just going to set all the places I applied the concealer to give that little bit more of a brightening effect. And just picking that powder up on my beauty blender, I'm just going to press that underneath the eyes. I like that this has a little bit of colour to it, because some translucent powders are quite stark white and they do show up super white under your eyes, and I find that they can give some flashback, but this one's got that banana tone to it, so I really like the colour. And just a little bit on top of my eyelids as well, just to set that concealer in place. And just applying that directly on my forehead, down at the bridge of the nose, sides of the nose, and lastly some on the chin as well. So I'm just going to let that set for a minute or two, and I'm going to cream contour using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in the shade Mocha. I absolutely love this product to cream contour with. I just love the colour. It's a very neutral tone. It's not too warm and not too deep either, so I love this matchsticks to contour with. I'm just going to apply some of that underneath my cheekbones, along my forehead, and on the sides of the temples, and also just down the sides of the nose as well. I'm just going to take my beauty blender to blend that out. I find that this blends out really beautifully on the skin. It just gives a really nice soft bronze tone, and you can definitely build up how much product you want, if you're wanting that darker contoured look or if you're wanting something more natural. I'm just going to dust off that powder now it's had some time to set and bake. And that has blended out beautifully on the skin. It doesn't look too dry, but it It's just given that really nice brightening look to the under eyes especially. I think that looks really nice. And there's no creasing under my eyes, which is a good sign. So I'm liking the concealer and the powder so far. I'm just going to do the rest of my face makeup and then I'll be able to see at the end how it looks as well. And now I'm just going to use another matchstick. This is in the shade Trippin, which is a beautiful peachy golden tone colour. I'm going to use this on my cheeks as a base for the blush, and I just think this is going to look really beautiful and just add that nice golden glow to the cheeks. I'm just going to apply it directly onto the apples of the cheeks, which just gives that really subtle peachy gold glow. And I'm just blending that with my sponge. Okay, so now I'm going to do my eyebrows and eye makeup off camera. Because there is no Fenty brow products at the moment, I'm just going to use a bronzer for my eyes and put some lashes on, so I'll just be back in a minute. Okay, so I've just done my brows, a little bit of bronzer on my eyes and cheeks, and also added some mascara and lashes. And then I also used the Fenty Flyliner for the wing liner, and I just touched it up a little bit after putting my lashes on just to cover the lash band. This is literally my favourite eyeliner at the moment. I love it. It's got such a nice thin end to it, so it just makes doing a wing really simple, and it dries quite quickly to a matte finish, so it's not going to smudge or anything. So I love this eyeliner by Fenty. So I'm just going to spray some of the MAC Fix Plus Gold Light onto my skin just to add some hydration and to help the highlighters I'm going to apply on my cheeks just to stand out a little bit more and look a lot brighter. And this also just helps all the powder products just to settle into the skin a bit more and not look too dry. Okay, so now I'm going to add some more glow to my cheeks, and I'm first going to use this Fenty Beauty Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powder called Rosé on Ice. This is such a beautiful rose gold colour. Just looks so pretty. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that on this Morphe Y14 brush. I'm just going to dust this over the apples of the cheeks just to give that beautiful soft rose gold glow. All about the glow today, and Fenty Beauty definitely knows how to add glow with all their products. That looks stunning. It looks so nice. That just looks like a beautiful blush topper on top of the cream matchsticks that I used before. It just looks so pretty, adds that really nice extra glow and sparkle to the skin. And now I'm going to add another one of the Fenty Beauty shimmer powders in the shade 24K Ray, and I'm going to use this to highlight. These shimmer powders are, just like they say, shimmer. They're not glittery or chunky. They're very finely milled powders, so they just glide onto the skin beautifully, and I just find it adds that beautiful bit of shimmer. It just doesn't look too glittery or chunky on the cheeks, which I don't prefer personally, so this one's just a beautiful shimmer. So just picking some of that up on that same Morphe brush, I'm just going to add this to the high points of the cheekbone. Wow, that is so beautiful. Just lifts the whole look to another level. Applying some of this colour. It's like a beautiful gold champagne, which is my favourite colour highlight, so I'm all for this. That looks so gorgeous. I love this shimmer powder. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the tops of the brows just to add that little bit more sheen. This is where the sun will hit on the skin. And just a little bit down the centre of the nose and on the tip of the nose and on the cupid's bow. That looks so beautiful. Can't get over how intense and pigmented that is. This looks so pretty. And now for lips, I just added some MAC Stripdown Lip Pencil, and now I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty, this is one of these Stunna lip paints in the shade Unbutton, which looks just like a beautiful soft pinky peach nude. I have this in the red and I absolutely love that colour, so I was really excited to pick it up in this soft pinky nude shade. These applicators are really interesting. They're quite a little small doe foot applicator, but I just find it perfectly fits around your lips, and it just makes it a lot easier to apply liquid lipsticks so they don't smudge or run out the sides of your lips. I just find this applicator to be really good for that. such a beautiful soft nude. I can see this becoming one of my everyday colours. It's so pretty, and these Stunna lip paints last on your lips all day long, no matter if you're drinking, eating. I've worn the red one out for a night out before and it literally did not move the whole night. So the formula is amazing. It feels really comfortable on the lips. It doesn't feel too dry. It's not sticky at all. It just feels really lightweight, like you're not really wearing anything on your lips, which is what I look for in a liquid lipstick. And to finish off the lips, I'm going to apply some of the Fenty Beauty. This is one of the Gloss Bomb Luminizers in the shade Fussy. This is the newest one. It's like a soft light pink shimmer. So I'm going to apply a little bit of that just to the center of the lips to give a bit more of a gloss finish. These smell amazing. They smell like cake. Just makes you want to eat it. And that's just giving a beautiful shine to the lips as well to finish off this look. I'm going to spritz my face one more time with the MAC Fix Plus in the Gold Light. And that's just going to make sure everything stays on the skin and it gives a nice hydrated, luminous look to my skin, which is what I'm always looking for. So this is the final look. I just did this beautiful bronzed glowing look. I love how the makeup turned out, and the concealer and powder, I have to say, I'm really impressed using it for the first time. It definitely hasn't creased or settled in any fine lines, and I feel like the concealer was really hydrating for under the eyes, and it had more of a medium to buildable coverage. And I did really like the shade I picked up. I thought it might have been a little bit too light, but it was just light enough to brighten but cover as well without looking too stark and bright. So I do like the colour. I might have to try another shade and even get a contour colour to see if I can use it to cream contour with, but I was really impressed with the concealer. And I really liked the powder as well. It didn't look too dry on the skin or feel heavy at all. It just set in place the areas I applied concealer really nicely and blended over the concealer beautifully into the skin as well. So I was really happy with the concealer and the powder, and I do like that this was a coloured powder in a banana shade, so it's not going to be too stark white on the skin, and it does add a little bit more coverage as well. I could use this to set my whole face, but today I just wanted to use it more to set under the eyes and down the middle of the face. But I was really impressed with the powder, so I can definitely see myself using the concealer and powder a lot more regularly. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.